What if I told you that some of the world's biggest musicians make more money from business than from music? These artists didn't just chase fame, they built empires. They started with music, but they didn't stop there. From chart-topping hits to record-breaking deals, these musicians turned their names into brands and their talent into billions. Today, we're counting down the top 20 richest musicians in the world, and trust me, some of these names will shock you. Who do you think sits at number 1? And which artist made most of their fortune outside of music? Stick around because this list is full of surprises. Please do not forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started. Number 20. Jay-Z. Rapper-turned-mogul Jay-Z isn't just a pioneer in the hip-hop world. He's the first hip-hop artist to reach billionaire status. Declared a billionaire by Forbes in 2019, his journey from the streets of Brooklyn to the top of the business world is nothing short of legendary. Jay-Z's music career began in 1996 when he founded Rockefeller Records and released his debut album Reasonable Doubt, which quickly became a critical success. Since then, he's sold over 125 million records worldwide and won an impressive 24 Grammy Awards. His musical legacy alone makes him one of the most influential artists in history. But what truly sets Jay-Z apart is his business acumen. His wealth isn't just built from album sales or touring. Jay-Z has crafted an empire across several industries. Roc Nation, his entertainment company, has signed some of the biggest stars in music, sports, and even fashion. He also launched his Rocawear clothing line, which he later sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. In addition, Jay-Z has stakes in some of the most influential and innovative companies on the planet. He's a major investor in Uber, and he has a stake in SpaceX, Elon Musk's groundbreaking space exploration company. His luxury drink brands, Armand de Brignac Champagne and Dus Cognac, have been key to his growing fortune, along with his Tidal streaming service, which competes directly with Spotify and Apple Music. All of these ventures combined have created a diversified portfolio that goes far beyond his roots in music. Jay-Z has proven to be not just a musician but a true businessman who knows how to spot opportunities and grow his wealth in almost any sector. With a net worth of $2.5 billion, Jay-Z stands as a testament to the power of combining artistry with entrepreneurship. Number 19. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is not just a pop superstar, she's a global cultural icon and a financial powerhouse. With a net worth of $1.6 billion, her journey to becoming one of the wealthiest musicians in the world is a story of talent, resilience, and smart business decisions. Swift's music career skyrocketed with her self-titled debut album in 2006, and since then she's sold over 200 million records worldwide, making her one of the best-selling artists of all time. Albums like Fearless, 1989, and Midnights have broken records globally, while her stadium-filling tours consistently rank among the highest-grossing tours in history. In fact, her Eras tour is on track to generate over $1 billion in revenue, a feat previously unheard of for a single tour. But Taylor's financial success isn't just about music. She has leveraged her star power with lucrative endorsements and partnerships with brands like Coca-Cola, Apple, and Capital One, earning millions in sponsorship deals. Beyond that, Swift has become a savvy businesswoman by taking control of her music catalog. After a highly publicized dispute over her master recordings, she re-recorded her albums, dubbed Taylor's versions, which not only gave her full ownership but also reignited fan interest in her earlier works. Taylor Swift is also an investor, owning multi-million-dollar real estate properties across the United States, including a luxury estate in Rhode Island and several penthouses in New York City. Her smart financial moves and relentless work ethic have placed her in an elite category of musicians who've transformed their artistry into massive fortunes. With her combination of musical talent, business acumen, and fan loyalty, Taylor Swift has solidified her place as one of the most influential and wealthiest musicians in the world. Number 18. Rihanna. Rihanna isn't just a global music sensation, she's an entrepreneurial powerhouse. With a net worth of $1.4 billion, the Barbadian superstar has transformed her influence into a business empire that extends far beyond the stage. Rihanna first rose to fame in 2005 with her debut single Pon de Replay, and quickly became a global icon with hits like Umbrella, Diamonds, and We Found Love. Over her career, she's sold over 250 million records worldwide, earning her place as one of the best-selling artists of all time. She's also collected 9 Grammy Awards and countless other accolades, making her a standout figure in the music industry. But while her music career laid the foundation for her success, Rihanna's massive wealth primarily comes from her ventures in fashion and beauty. In 2017, she launched Fenty Beauty, a cosmetics brand that disrupted the beauty industry with its inclusive approach, offering a groundbreaking 40 shades of foundation. Fenty Beauty became an instant hit, generating over $600 million in its first year alone. Rihanna owns 50% of the company, which continues to bring in massive revenue. In addition to beauty, Rihanna co-founded Savage X Fenty, a lingerie line that embraces diversity and body positivity. The brand's unique approach and innovative marketing have made it a billion-dollar company, further cementing her status as a business mogul. Rihanna's wealth also includes investments in luxury fashion. She partnered with LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company, to launch Fenty, making her the first Black woman to lead a luxury fashion house under LVMH. She also owns an impressive portfolio of real estate, including stunning mansions in Los Angeles and Barbados. Despite her booming business ventures, fans are still eagerly awaiting her next album, proving that Rihanna's influence spans both music and entrepreneurship. With her combined talents and business acumen, Rihanna has set a new standard for artists leveraging their fame into generational wealth. Number 17. Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez has evolved from a Disney Channel star to one of the most successful and wealthiest entertainers in the world. With a net worth of $1.3 billion, she's not just a pop star, she's a powerhouse in music, acting, and business. Selena first captured hearts as the lead in Wizards of Waverly Place before launching her music career with hits like Come and Get It, Good For You, and Lose You to Love Me. She's sold millions of albums worldwide, and her tours and streaming revenue have contributed significantly to her wealth. Her Rare Beauty cosmetics brand, however, is the real game changer. Founded in 2020, Rare Beauty quickly became a global phenomenon, emphasizing inclusivity and mental health awareness. The brand has gained a loyal following and is valued in the billions, with Selena owning a significant stake. Rare Beauty's success has catapulted Selena's net worth to new heights and made her one of the most prominent figures in the beauty industry. Beyond beauty and music, Selena has built her fortune through acting and production. She's the executive producer and star of Hulu's hit series Only Murders in the Building, which has been critically acclaimed and further solidified her reputation as a versatile talent. Additionally, she's partnered with brands like Puma, Coach, and Apple, landing lucrative endorsement deals. Selena is also a savvy investor, with interests in real estate and other ventures that continue to grow her wealth. Her dedication to philanthropy and advocacy for mental health has made her not just a billionaire, but a beloved figure who uses her platform for good. Selena Gomez's journey from child star to billionaire mogul is a testament to her relentless work ethic, strategic decisions, and ability to connect with audiences worldwide. Number 16. Sir Paul McCartney. Sir Paul McCartney, one of the most legendary musicians in history, has built an astonishing net worth of $1.3 billion. As a founding member of the Beatles, McCartney's influence on music is immeasurable, and his financial success is equally remarkable. McCartney first rose to fame in the 1960s as the bassist and co-lead vocalist of the Beatles, the best-selling music act of all time. With over 600 million records sold worldwide, their hits like Hey Jude, Yesterday, and Let It Be became cultural milestones. Even after the Beatles disbanded, McCartney continued his success with a solo career and his band Wings, producing hits like Band on the Run and Living Like That. While music royalties from the Beatles and his solo catalog account for a large portion of his fortune, McCartney's wealth is also bolstered by his business savvy. He retains publishing rights to his own music, and has even regained the rights to many Beatles songs that were once owned by other companies. Additionally, McCartney's extensive touring history has made him one of the highest-grossing live performers. McCartney's wealth extends beyond music. He's an avid investor and owns a significant portfolio of real estate, including luxurious properties in the UK, the US, and the Caribbean. He's also known for his philanthropy, supporting causes like animal rights and environmental conservation. At over 80 years old, McCartney continues to perform, write music, and expand his legacy. His timeless artistry and business acumen have solidified him as not only one of the most influential musicians of all time but also one of the wealthiest. Number 15. Bruce Springsteen. Known as the Boss, Bruce Springsteen has not only shaped rock music but also built an incredible net worth of $1.2 billion. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Springsteen's artistry, storytelling, and relentless touring have made him one of the most iconic and wealthiest musicians in history. Springsteen burst onto the scene in the 1970s with albums like Born to Run and Darkness on the Edge of Town, which earned him a devoted global following. His breakout moment came with the 1984 album Born in the USA, which sold over 30 million copies worldwide and featured hits like Dancing in the Dark and Glory Days. Over his career, he's sold more than 150 million records, won 20 Grammy Awards, and been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What has truly set Springsteen apart financially is his commitment to live performance. Known for his electrifying marathon-length concerts, his tours have consistently ranked among the highest-grossing in history. The Born to Run and the River tours alone brought in hundreds of millions of dollars. A significant boost to his net worth came in 2021 when Springsteen sold the rights to his entire music catalog to Sony Music for a staggering $500 million. This deal, one of the largest in the music industry, included his publishing and recorded music rights, ensuring that his legacy will continue to generate revenue for decades. Springsteen's wealth also includes investments in real estate, such as his sprawling estate in New Jersey and homes in Florida and Los Angeles. He's also a celebrated author, with his autobiography Born to Run becoming a bestseller. At over 70, Springsteen is still performing and creating new music, proving that his passion for storytelling and connecting with audiences is as strong as ever. With a combination of timeless music and smart financial decisions, Bruce Springsteen has secured his place among the wealthiest musicians of all time. Number 14. Madonna. Madonna isn't just the queen of pop. She's one of the wealthiest and most influential entertainers in history. With a staggering net worth of $850 million, she has dominated the music industry for over 4 decades while building an empire that extends far beyond music. Madonna's rise to fame began in the 1980s with hits like a Virgin, Material Girl, and Papa Don't Preach. Her ability to reinvent herself with each era has kept her music relevant, leading to over 300 million records sold worldwide, making her the best-selling female recording artist of all time. She has won 7 Grammy Awards, influenced countless artists, and redefined pop music with her bold image and trailblazing artistry. However, Madonna's wealth doesn't come from music alone. She has always been a master of business and branding. Her Madame X tour and previous tours have grossed over $1.5 billion, making her the highest-grossing solo touring female artist in history. Beyond touring, Madonna has invested in real estate, owning multi-million-dollar properties in New York, Los Angeles, London, and Portugal. She has also ventured into fashion, fitness, and entertainment, launching brands like Material Girl, clothing line, and Hard Candy Fitness. One of her biggest money moves came from smart investments in art. Her personal collection includes works from Picasso, Frida Kahlo, and Damien Hirst, valued at over $100 million. Even in her 60s, Madonna continues to push boundaries, perform worldwide, and expand her empire. Her ability to evolve, adapt, and monetize her career has secured her place as one of the richest musicians of all time. Number 13. Herb Alpert. Herb Alpert may not be as frequently mentioned in pop culture as some of the other names on this list, but his influence on the music industry and his fortune are undeniable. With a net worth of $850 million, Alpert built an empire through both his legendary music career and his business savvy. Alpert first rose to fame as the leader of Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, a band that dominated the 1960s with its signature Latin-inspired jazz pop sound. His albums, including Whipped Cream and Other Delights and Going Places, sold millions of copies, making him one of the best-selling instrumental artists of all time. Over his career, he sold over 72 million records, won 9 Grammy Awards, and even became the only musician to hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 as both a vocalist and an instrumentalist. However, Alpert's massive wealth doesn't come solely from his music. It's his business moves that truly made him a fortune. In 1962, he co-founded A&M Records, one of the most successful independent record labels in history. The label signed iconic artists like the Carpenters, Janet Jackson, and Sting, and in 1989, Alpert and his business partner sold A&M to Polygram for a staggering $500 million. A few years later, they received an additional $200 million settlement from Universal Music. Beyond music, Alpert is a dedicated philanthropist and artist, donating millions to music education programs and funding scholarships for aspiring musicians. He also owns an impressive art collection and is an accomplished sculptor and painter. Herb Alpert's career proves that sometimes the biggest fortunes in music come not just from talent, but from smart business decisions. His ability to blend artistry with entrepreneurship has made him one of the richest musicians of all time. Number 12. Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is more than just a hip-hop legend. He's a business mogul who turned his music career into an empire. With a net worth of $800 million, he is one of the wealthiest figures in the music industry thanks to his influence in rap, production, and business. Dre started his career in the 1980s as part of NWA, where he helped pioneer gangsta rap with the groundbreaking album Straight Outta Compton. He later launched a massively successful solo career with albums like The Chronic in 2001, producing classic hits such as Still Dre, Nothing But a G-Tang, and Forgot About Dre. Over his career, Dre has won 7 Grammy Awards and played a key role in shaping hip-hop culture. But Dre's real financial success came from his business ventures. In 2006, he co-founded Beats by Dre, a premium headphone brand that became a cultural phenomenon. The biggest payday of his life came in 2014 when Apple acquired Beats by Dre for a staggering $3 billion. As a co-founder, Dre took home $750 million before taxes, skyrocketing his wealth. Beyond Beats, Dre has been a mastermind behind the scenes, producing and mentoring some of hip-hop's biggest names, including Eminem, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar, and Snoop Dogg. His Aftermath Entertainment label has generated millions, thanks to the success of its signed artists. Dre also owns an extensive real estate portfolio, with luxury properties in Los Angeles, Malibu, and Calabasas. His investments continue to grow, and despite not releasing an album in years, his brand remains as strong as ever. Dr. Dre's journey from a hip-hop pioneer to a billionaire in the making shows that greatness isn't just about talent, it's about vision. His ability to turn music into business has secured his spot as one of the richest musicians in history. Number 11. Beyoncé. Beyoncé isn't just a singer, she's a global brand, business mogul, and cultural icon. With a net worth of $760 million, Queen Bey has built an empire that spans music, fashion, business, and beyond. Beyoncé rose to fame in the late 1990s as the lead singer of Destiny's Child, one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. But her solo career took her to an entirely different level. With albums like Dangerously in Love, Lemonade, and Renaissance, she has sold over 200 million records worldwide, won 32 Grammy Awards, the most in history, and become one of the highest-paid live performers ever. Her tours alone have generated billions. Her 2016 Formation World Tour grossed $256 million, and the Renaissance Tour 2023 shattered records, earning over $579 million, making it the highest-grossing tour by a female artist. But Beyoncé's wealth isn't just from music. Her business ventures have played a huge role in her financial success. She co-founded Ivy Park, her athleisure brand, and has signed major endorsement deals with Pepsi, Adidas, H&M, and L'Oreal. Her 2018 Netflix deal for Homecoming reportedly earned her $60 million, and she owns a significant stake in Tidal, the music streaming platform co-founded by her husband Jay-Z. Her real estate portfolio is also impressive, including multi-million-dollar homes in Los Angeles, New York, and the Hamptons. She and Jay-Z recently purchased a $200 million Malibu mansion, making it one of the most expensive homes in California. Beyoncé's ability to stay in control of her brand, reinvent her sound, and dominate multiple industries has made her one of the wealthiest and most influential artists of all time. And with no signs of slowing down, her fortune is only expected to grow. Number 10. Bono. Bono, the legendary frontman of U2, isn't just a rock star. He's a philanthropist, businessman, and investor who has amassed a staggering net worth of $700 million. His wealth comes from decades of success in the music industry and smart business ventures that extend far beyond the stage. As the lead singer and primary lyricist of U2, Bono helped shape the alternative rock movement of the 1980s and beyond. The band's breakthrough album, The Joshua Tree, 1987, made them global superstars, producing hits like With or Without You and Where the Streets Have No Name. Over the years, U2 has sold over 170 million records worldwide, won 22 Grammy Awards, the most for any band, and consistently ranked among the highest-grossing touring acts in history. Their 360 Degrees Tour, 2009 to 2011, remains the highest-grossing tour of all time, earning $736 million. But Bono's fortune isn't just from music. His business investments have played a huge role. He co-founded Elevation Partners, a private equity firm that made a massive investment in Facebook before its IPO. When Facebook went public, Bono's stake was reportedly worth hundreds of millions of dollars, significantly boosting his net worth. Beyond tech investments, Bono owns stakes in real estate, hotels, and luxury brands. He was also a co-owner of the Clarence Hotel in Dublin, an investment that further added to his wealth. A major part of Bono's legacy is his philanthropy. He has been a leading advocate for global causes, co-founding organizations like Red and One Campaign, which focus on fighting poverty and diseases in developing countries. Despite his incredible wealth, Bono remains dedicated to music, activism, and business. His ability to balance rock star fame with high-stakes investments and global philanthropy has made him one of the richest musicians of all time. Number 8. Andrew Lloyd Webber. Andrew Lloyd Webber isn't just a musician. He's the king of musical theater. With a net worth of $650 million, he has built his fortune by creating some of the most successful and longest-running Broadway and West End productions in history. Webber's legendary career began in the 1970s, and since then, he has composed some of the biggest musicals of all time, including The Phantom of the Opera, the longest-running Broadway show ever, grossing over $6 billion worldwide. Cats, another massive hit, grossing over $3.5 billion and later adapted into a Hollywood film. Jesus Christ Superstar, Evita, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and Sunset Boulevard, all massive successes that made Webber one of the most celebrated composers of all time. His company, the Really Useful Group, owns the rights to many of his musicals, allowing him to collect royalties every time his shows are performed worldwide, whether on Broadway, the West End, or in school productions. These royalties alone have contributed hundreds of millions to his fortune. Beyond theater, Webber has made huge profits in real estate, owning multiple luxury properties in London and the English countryside. He's also been involved in film and TV adaptations of his musicals, generating even more revenue. His influence has earned him numerous awards, including 7 Tony Awards, 3 Grammy Awards, an Academy Award, and even a knighthood and a peerage, making him Baron Lloyd Webber. Despite being one of the richest musicians in the world, Webber has also been a major philanthropist, donating millions to music and arts education through his Andrew Lloyd Webber Foundation. With a career spanning over 5 decades in musicals that continue to dominate the global stage, Andrew Lloyd Webber has turned theater into a billion-dollar business. Number 7. Julio Iglesias. Julio Iglesias is more than just a singer. He's a global music phenomenon. With a net worth of $600 million, he is one of the best-selling Latin artists of all time, known for his smooth voice, romantic ballads, and international appeal. His journey to superstardom is unique. Before music, Iglesias was a promising soccer player for Real Madrid, but a career-ending injury led him to pick up a guitar while recovering. That twist of fate turned him into one of the most successful Latin artists in history. Over his career, He has sold over 100 million records worldwide and recorded songs in 14 different languages, making him a truly global artist. Some of his biggest hits include To All the Girls I've Loved Before, Hey, and La Carretera. But Iglesias didn't just rely on music sales. His smart business moves played a major role in his fortune. He has made massive investments in real estate, owning luxury properties across Miami, the Dominican Republic, and Spain. His real estate holdings alone are worth over $200 million. He also secured highly lucrative touring deals, performing in sold-out venues for decades. In fact, at one point, he was in the Guinness World Records for performing in the most languages in a single year. Even though he has slowed down in recent years, Julio Iglesias' legacy continues to generate millions through royalties, licensing deals, and his extensive music catalog. From the soccer field to the global stage, Iglesias turned heartbreak into an empire, proving that sometimes life's setbacks lead to the greatest successes. Number 6. Elton John. Sir Elton John is a music icon, legendary performer, and master songwriter whose influence spans over 5 decades. With a net worth of $595 million, he has built a career filled with record-breaking albums, sold-out tours, and smart business ventures. Elton John rose to fame in the 1970s with his unique blend of rock, pop, and flamboyant stage presence. His timeless hits like Rocket Man, Your Song, Tiny Dancer, and Candle in the Wind have made him one of the best-selling solo artists in history, with over 300 million records sold worldwide. His farewell tour, Farewell Yellow Brick Road, became the highest-grossing tour of all time, earning over $939 million across 5 years. This alone solidified his financial success, proving that even after decades in the industry, he remains a top-selling artist. Beyond music, Elton has earned millions through film, Broadway, and licensing deals. He co-wrote the soundtrack for Disney's The Lion King, including the Oscar-winning song Can You Feel the Love Tonight? His work on Broadway with musicals like Billy Elliot also brought in major profits. Elton's fortune is further boosted by real estate investments. He owns luxury homes in Los Angeles, London, Atlanta, and France worth tens of millions. A major philanthropist, he has donated over $500 million to HIV/AIDS charities through the Elton John AIDS Foundation. His commitment to philanthropy has made him not just a music legend, but also a force for global change. Despite retiring from touring, Elton John's music catalog, licensing deals, and business ventures ensure that his fortune will continue to grow for years to come. Number 5. Celine Dion. Celine Dion is one of the best-selling female artists of all time, with a career spanning over 4 decades. With a net worth of $550 million, she has built her fortune through record-breaking music sales, legendary residencies, and smart business ventures. Dion's rise to fame began in the 1980s and 1990s, but it was My Heart Will Go On, the theme song for Titanic, 1997, that made her a global superstar. The song became one of the best-selling singles of all time, helping her album Let's Talk About Love sell over 31 million copies worldwide. She has sold over 250 million albums, won 5 Grammy Awards, and performed in some of the most successful concert residencies in history. Her Las Vegas residencies have been the biggest moneymakers of her career, earning her over $680 million across 2 long-running shows. Outside of music, Celine has made major investments in business and real estate. She owned a $72 million mansion in Florida, multiple luxury properties in Canada and Las Vegas, and even launched her own perfume line, which has generated over $1 billion in revenue since its debut. Despite recent health struggles, Dion's music catalog, business ventures, and past residencies continue to bring in millions annually, cementing her status as one of the richest musicians in the world. Number 4. Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger isn't just a rock star, he's a living legend. As the frontman of the Rolling Stones, he has dominated the rock world for over 6 decades, amassing a fortune of $526 million through record-breaking tours, music royalties, and smart investments. Since the Rolling Stones formation in 1962, Jagger has been the voice behind some of rock's biggest anthems, including I Can't Get No Satisfaction, Paint It Black, and Start Me Up. The band has sold over 200 million albums worldwide, generating hundreds of millions in royalties. A massive portion of Jagger's wealth comes from touring. The Rolling Stones have consistently been among the highest-grossing touring acts of all time, with tours like a Bigger Bang Tour and No Filter Tour earning over $500 million each. Even in his late 70s, Jagger continues to sell out stadiums worldwide, proving that rock never dies. Side of music, Jagger has diversified his income through acting, film production, and real estate. He has starred in and produced multiple films, owns luxury properties in London, France, and the Caribbean, and has investments in art and business ventures. Despite his massive wealth, Jagger remains one of the hardest-working musicians in the industry, still performing and releasing music well into his 80s. His ability to stay relevant while building an empire ensures that his fortune will keep growing for years to come. Number 3. Gloria Estefan. Gloria Estefan is a Latin music icon, a business powerhouse, and a cultural trailblazer. With a net worth of $500 million, she has built an empire through music, business ventures, and smart investments. Rising to fame in the 1980s as the lead singer of Miami Sound Machine, Estefan became one of the first Latin crossover artists in mainstream pop. Hits like Conga, Rhythm Is Gonna Get You, and Anything For You helped her sell over 100 million records worldwide, making her one of the best-selling female artists in history. She has won 3 Grammy Awards and helped pave the way for Latin artists in the global market. Beyond music, Estefan is a highly successful entrepreneur. Along with her husband, Emilio Estefan, she owns a chain of Cuban restaurants, Gloria Estefan Restaurants, hotels, and a minority stake in the Miami Dolphins NFL team. These ventures have brought in millions in annual revenue, adding to her wealth. Her real estate empire includes multiple luxury homes, including a $40 million mansion on Star Island in Miami, which she later sold for a massive profit. Gloria has also expanded into film, Broadway, and television, producing hit projects like On Your Feet, a musical based on her life. Despite her massive success, Estefan remains deeply involved in philanthropy, funding scholarships, disaster relief, and Latin music education programs. With an empire spanning music, hospitality, sports, and entertainment, Gloria Estefan has cemented herself as one of the most influential Latin artists and businesswomen of all time. Number 2. Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand is not just a singer, she's a Hollywood legend, music powerhouse, and cultural icon. With a career spanning over 6 decades, she has amassed a fortune of $460 million through record-breaking music sales, blockbuster films, and smart business ventures. Streisand is one of the best-selling female artists of all time, with over 150 million albums sold worldwide. She has 10 Grammy Awards, including a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and is one of the few artists to have #1 albums in 6 consecutive decades. Hits like The Way We Were, Evergreen, and Woman in Love have cemented her place in music history. But her success extends far beyond music. Streisand is an Oscar-winning actress and director, starring in classics like Funny Girl, A Star Is Born, and The Prince of Tides. Her films have grossed hundreds of millions at the box office, adding significantly to her wealth. She is also a real estate mogul, owning a $100+ million oceanfront estate in Malibu, one of the most expensive celebrity properties in the world. In addition to music and film, Streisand has made millions through touring. Her rare live performances consistently sell out, with ticket prices reaching record-breaking numbers. Her 2006 comeback tour alone grossed over $92 million. Despite her massive fortune, Streisand is also a dedicated philanthropist, having donated over $100 million through her Barbra Streisand Foundation, funding women's rights, climate change, and heart disease research. With an unmatched legacy in music, film, and business, Barbra Streisand remains one of the most successful entertainers in history, proving that true talent stands the test of time. Number 1. Jon Bon Jovi. Jon Bon Jovi is a rock legend, songwriter, and businessman who built a global empire through music, touring, and smart investments. With a net worth of $410 million, he remains one of the richest rock musicians in the world. As the frontman of Bon Jovi, he helped define arena rock in the 1980s and 1990s, delivering iconic hits like Livin' on a Prayer, You Give Love a Bad Name, and It's My Life. The band has sold over 130 million albums worldwide, making them one of the best-selling rock bands of all time. Touring has been a major source of Bon Jovi's wealth. His band has consistently been one of the highest-grossing touring acts in the world, with tours like the Circle Tour and Because We Can Tour bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars. Beyond music, Jon Bon Jovi is a successful entrepreneur and philanthropist. He founded JBJ Soul Kitchen, a chain of community restaurants that allows people to pay what they can afford for meals, helping those in need. His real estate empire includes luxury homes in New York, New Jersey, and Palm Beach, with properties worth tens of millions. He has also invested in sports, once being a co-owner of an arena football league team. Even after decades in the industry, Bon Jovi continues to release music, tour, and grow his wealth, proving that rock and business go hand in hand.